Okay, seriously had to restart my laptop to get the stream working. Okay, give me a second to share it now that we're finally live. Already got quite late. I expected to go live a lot sooner, but I was having a very tired day and yeah, only just managed to finish cooking dinner. Okay, yeah. You might notice me be a little bit tired today. I hope I can still manage to not talk complete nonsense. But at least I don't have to play and can just focus on watching some replays. And if I wouldn't be doing this stream today, then those replays were gone. So that means we have to do it today. No matter how I feel, we have to go for the stream today. Okay. Hi Daniel, hi Original Gamer, Anman, Emang, Anman, Emang. And yeah, everyone else I might have already joined in here. Okay, so plan for today is, for those that have not been here yet when I did my last replay stream, we're going to just watch some good replays from the Discord server. You can all feel free to just send in some replays on your own as well. If we have enough, then I might be able to stream all of them. I might be able to not stream all of them. Probably not, because we also have like a lot of good games on the Discord server already. But I want to open the option to just send in some games for everyone, of course. And I'm not going to only pick those top-notch games, although I guess I will just prefer those over the average ones. And even if it is a defeat that you want to have some feedback on, I'll see what I can do and just try to put it in into the stream here, so that you will get some feedback without only seeing like the best of the best games, because like I don't think we have like the best of the best games here. But it will be more about what is going on in these games. That is what a stream is about, like trying to explain every single move, trying to find out how a team managed to win the game, and just learning a thing or two, and also enjoying those games. Of course, we're trying to combine the fun with learning one or two things. That would be great. Okay, we do have... Can you please not use the replay analysis stream? That is only for the... not the replay analysis channel. I will open another channel right now, and that is the... live replays channel. Where is it? I've had that, but it is on private right now, so give me a second. Where is this damn channel? Oh, don't send. Don't send on the replay analysis. Well, it makes sense technically. It makes sense to just use this channel. But okay, I guess as tomorrow's the update, it is fine. It is fine, just use the replay analysis channel then. Hi Thomas. Hi Yamato, hi Adam. What did I just want to do? I just wanted to just quickly share my Discord link also on the stream here, so that I can pin the message and you can just all join the Discord server. Which you should do anyways. I mean, just join the Discord server if you're not there yet. And especially if you want to send in some replay maybe, then it would be super helpful if you were on a Discord server, because I'm not going to accept any replays via email or whatsoever. Okay. and use replay analysis for admission? Not admission. What is the right word? Oh, never mind. For sending in stuff. Good. I'm slow right now. I'm really slow. Okay. Still okay. Let's put in the link. One step after another, and we will get there. We'll get there. We only just started, so we still have plenty of time. All right. Game is already opened. I should just put the Discord thingy on the right side here. Okay, today I will have a lot of windows opened with, like, yeah, game on the one side. I can use my iPad for stream controls, but then I will have Discord and stream chat. Oh damn. Oh damn. It's been a while since the last replay stream, I just noticed. Okay. Let's go for the first one now. I think that sounds like a good idea, right? I can't even close the bars on the side of Discord, and it's a little bit annoying because I'm not really able to see a lot of stuff there. One replay per person, please, only for now. Maybe we will get to the point where it is possible to just also watch another replay from certain players if you really have to, but like it would be better if we were just going for one replay per person first. I hope you can understand that. Do I put the camera on? That's the wrong one. Where's my camera thingy? Where is my camera? Okay, I did not add the new camera yet. Ooh, that's huge. That's not what I wanted. Okay, let's put me into the corner. Like this. Okay. I think a little bit bigger is alright, so that you can see me talking. Good. We do have... Who do we have? Yamato, I guess. Akim. Yes. In his FE42, playing with a rammer, by the way. First of all, gotta notice at this point already when starting into the battle, the team is split, and you have to be aware of that early on. Taking this into consideration, I would already be like slightly worried about going to aggressive here, because like there are two teammates on the other side and possibly all of the enemies are just in front of him. He already took some damage, and if he would have to run because the enemies were going too aggressive right now, like 60 TP here, he can't do nothing about it. He has to run again, and then he will run into the grill again, which is already preempting him. I'm going to be interested to see how he is going to work that one out. Please no zero damage game here. Okay, he is a one-shot only, still tries to go for a fight with a 60 TP. Not necessarily the best idea. I don't know if he does have the option of running away. The gorilla is still behind him. Maybe you can shoot him and get over to the right side, or still run away a little bit from that 60 TP to not allow the 60 TP to kill him that easily. Not the best one here. Not the best shot on this one. But the situation that he is in at this point could have been avoided by just putting in a little bit more map awareness at the start and not going too aggressive when noticing that the team was that splitted early on already. And yeah, that would have been a lot better for him. Unlucky with the RNG here a little bit, but also I gotta say, like, the aiming could be slightly better on a few shots here and there. And it seems to be working out. Also, when playing this map, it is super important to always keep in mind that it is like about the outer side of the flank. Like when the enemies are also in the park and your team is in a park, then it is all about winning the outer flank where the mediums are, because then you can crossfire the tanks in the middle quite easily. And yeah, you will, like, the move that he did was exactly the right one. But I would not have done that with with that few allies with him there. Again, a shot where he could have really just aimed in a little bit more and really make sure to just get the right shot off and to just penetrate the shot, as there was absolutely no need to rush that shot. But yeah, okay, only 2k damage. I would actually prefer to see like higher damage games. I will take that into consideration on the next one that I'm going to click, because I don't want like too easy gameplay. I want you to just have like a perfect balance between enjoying those games and just also yeah, learning something. So it would be good to just make it interesting for everyone, you know? Take some special games. If you want to get some feedback, then take really some special games that are special to you. Although, of course, some games might not be that special and you really feel like you want to know how you could have done better in this certain scenario. It would be fine to me, but I would prefer to just have some more adrenaline, some more exciting stuff here. Okay, I already know with the plenty windows that I have opened, it will be quite difficult to just have an eye on the chat as well as the game, my stream controls and whatsoever. And also Discord. No, okay, we do have Lil Uzi. No, it's not Lil Uzi anymore. At least on Discord it is Lil Uzi. And here it is no bystanders. From Clan Vale. Definitely a good player, and I hope to see some good game as well. Yeah, it is on the right scene, so you can see it. Hi Stahlfalke, and hi Beer, and your gamer, and everyone else. Welcome, guys. Okay, let's see what he's doing here. First of all, he is moving towards C, which I generally prefer, like when I don't have like a really good hull down tank with a lot of gun depression, then I like going for the middle. But if you don't have like a lot of backup on the medium side or on the right flank here, on the A flank, then you might easily get pushed on B from this spawn. From the other spawn, it is a little bit easier to play it, but on this side of the map you can get pushed fairly easily by the enemies if you don't have a lot of backup. So take that into consideration when trying to go for some position. It is a lot safer to just go for C here, although you give up map control for this, because if your team is all on C, you're just all trapped in a little pocket there on the C base, and then you might have some serious issues if the enemies are just flanking behind. You may be even able to take B and A simultaneously, then the game is almost immediately lost. Not immediately, but it's not going to take much longer for the game to be lost, and you can't really do a lot about it. I guess he already noticed quite early that he does not have or did not have a lot of tanks right in front of him. That's what made him just go a bit more towards the inner side, like closer towards B here, where he can have shots onto B and does not have to waste too much time to get to the C corner. Otherwise, I can just show you real quick here. Otherwise, he can just go for the C side, which I would do at the start. Let me just open my screen brush so that I can show you. One second. So far, he's only farming right now. I like that he is having a lot of map awareness here, not really overextending too much, just putting out damage wherever he can. And he's not really going for a lot of moves, which is absolutely not needed at this point. He just has to make sure that he puts out some damage and plays a safe game. That would be great for him. Can I please open my screen brush? That would be so nice. Okay, we've got it. Okay, let's quickly pause. Quickly, just a very quick pause here. What you can do at the start of the battle, if there are, like, if you don't know where it is going yet, I really like just going for in this position over here or even over there. You're like still somewhat safe, and you can just pre-aim these areas here if the enemies are crossing into the sea base like this, which happens quite often. Then you might have an early shot like over there or over there. For an autoloader or tank without a lot of armor, then I really like to do that. If you do have more armor, like, it is really important to gain the high ground here, win this corner, but just gotta be very careful about those TDs in the back to not overextend and just stay safe behind these rocks here. But for the start, it is a good option to put in a first shot here and then move into the corner maybe, or even stay down to, if your team is not really following up. It's perfectly fine then to stay down. Otherwise, let me maybe also show you another option what you can go for this map. Like, if you do have some team going for the A side, it is not impossible to win the A side, obviously not. Like, you can go for B. If you don't have a lot of turret armor, you can also just take this bush below the bridge and just pre-aim this or this spot. Also, you can go over here. I don't like it that much because you might get shot from the middle early on, as you're quite exposed here, unlike on the other side. But you're quite exposed here in this area. You might get shot early on with a heavy tank. So if you have a huge heavy, slow heavy tank, then don't go up here. Just go down here somewhere and then see what is going on. With the TD, there's also this position over here, which can have, like this, some great shots over there, which is definitely a good option. But I don't really like camping because it might mean that you are not able to do anything for the next minute or so. And if you then have the information of being able to go more aggressive somewhere, then you might just be too far away and not really get that much damage out. And of course, you only rely on nice shot, rely on your teammates to do the mistakes, like on the enemies to do the mistakes. If your teammates are doing the mistakes and just peeking over or just going more aggressive, you can't support them if you are too far in the back and are just camping, which is absolutely not the case if you are like more aggressive and you notice your teammates are rushing in. Even if it is not the best option, you can go and help them out. It does not mean you have to go front line or first line with a TD like a griller, but I would just try to not be too far from the fight. That's what I like to do. Of course, it is a bit more tricky on a map like this one, where it's just like a lot of open terrain and it is quite hard to really cover your tank. And actually, our friend here is in a 1v2 and just messing up the game. Ouch. Ouch. That was actually not looking bad. I thought it was looking good for him. He was just farming, but I was busy talking and he just lost the game against a platoon, which is not the worst one. What? Rick Deckard actually has more battles than me. How is this even possible? How is this possible? Okay, but let's quickly have a look at what could have gone better in the end here, because like from what I've seen, for the most part of the battle, he did a really good job. But I think in the end there was still an option that he could have gone for to just win this game still. Like right now, he still has one guy behind him. I can't go for free cam because then I won't be able to see the hit points. Would be nice to have, like, for free cam, the tournament option, so you can just see all the hit points and both teams. Sheridan, I mean, this team here, the green team, does have the points. Sheridan absolutely does not need to die, just needs to stay alive for a bit, and it would be a safe game in theory, as the Sheridan can just take base A, or just, yeah, Sheridan could just take base A. That would be the best option. How did he die there? Let's just quickly re-watch this part here. It was a high roll there. Sheridan had almost 400 hit points, yet the FE42 managed to kill him there. Okay, what's the issue here? What I'm seeing here is, yeah, he is trying to cover, of course, from the WZ, and is now trying to... He's not trying to run yet. It's a question now whether he had the time to actually move back here after the WZ shot. If he did not shoot the WZ, he could have gone for the FE42 maybe. Nah, nope. That was not working out anymore. I think it was game over either way, but now both enemies are one shots. He's not getting around the corner, right? Almost. Ah, okay, nice shot by the FE42 also. Maybe overestimated his chances a little bit in the end. I did not see him looking around here. If he notices Sheridan was a one shot, then maybe it would not have been worth it to go that aggressively into the middle of the map here. Like, yeah, because it was a 2v2 situation. Enemies were still quite healthy. His Sheridan team made one shot. Would have maybe been better to just back off earlier, and then there would have been a chance of winning this. Although it is, of course, like really hard to notice such things, but it would not have been impossible to be aware of that. Okay, let's see what else we can have here. We did have Great Falcon also putting in a game. Okay, let's take this one. After that, I guess I will take one of one game that is like of a player of not that high of a level to have some more effect or some more learning effect there. But I would also like, as mentioned already, I would really like to balance games out, like have some good games, have some mediocre games, so that there is some content for everyone watching the stream today. Alright, he is rocking that autumn season camo, which should already let you know that this is a good player in a bad tank. In a bad tank, I'm definitely saying, because I absolutely do not like the WZ. It is not absolutely horrible, but WZ is absolutely not convincing me. Like, that slight accuracy advantage over the IS-7. And losing that much armor for that. Nope, this tank needs more DPM. Accuracy is fine, but more DPM would be great. Maybe even more mobility, I don't know. Hard to tell. He already put in a nice first shot. FE42 on the enemy team actually also does have pro camo. Let's see if I recognize him. Yeah, it is Raiden Aker, a fellow teammate of Falcon here. And he does have quite a good position so far. And yeah, gaining some map control for his teammates. Yet the E50M already died early on here, and the enemies seem to not really do a lot of stuff. So he is like a little bit useless right now. Oh, the K91 tracks really annoying sometimes. Quite often you bounce in that area there with the very angled part, which you can only see like from the sides. Like the front is like, you know, very weird angle behind the tracks there, so you bounce there sometimes. But okay, K91 misplaying quite a lot. And for his team, it is like quite important that he is actually, or he was moving into the corner here. Just if you are seeing the mini map here, like this, if you are securing this spot, then you can make sure that the enemies are not just going aggressive over here and shooting your teammates into the sides. But of course, you need a lot of gun depression or armor for that. Not the best shot on this one, but okay. Acceptable. Acceptable. But yeah, if like the team is just in the middle area, then they might get cross-shot all the time. And in an encounter, obviously, it is like mostly better to go for the medium side. And that's exactly what he did. Ignoring the mouse is just the right call right now. The mouse is so far from the fight, he can just leave him in the back and focus on killing that Tortoise and E3 maybe, although it won't be too easy because Tortoise has a lot of DPM, E3 has a lot of DPM and a lot of armor as well. So it might be tricky for him if the Tortoise is not just standing in the middle of the open like a big potato, which can get easily farmed for him. I'm not getting the kill shot here, but he has to move on in order to make sure that he gets some damage out before that mouse is in the back. And actually, it is a 1v3 situation. Might mean a Kolobanov to him, but he is only on 1400 hit points, while the mouse was close to full life still, if not even full life. He can be somewhat held down. E3 without a camo might not be the best player, but this shot had to go in. Like the E3 just shot, there was no point in rushing this shot. Just a safe heat, he would need 3 shots to kill him anyways. Okay, okay, like this with a high roll of AP, he can only kill him in 2 shots. Alright, alright, a brave move here to move forward. And great shot into the cupola there of the E3. Feels like I would have missed this one. Alright, and he is 2 shots right now against almost full hit point mouse. Damn. That was beautiful. I think like the second shot onto the E3 lower plate, like I would swear that this one was through red area. Red spot on the E3 lower plate, and he still penetrated with the IP. The penetration of the WZ is also something that is really not like, yeah, not the best. Absolutely not. In side tag here, the mouse does not really stand a chance against the WZ. With a low silhouette, the mouse would have to penetrate the cupolas, otherwise no chance to get the gun down like that. But that was actually 7k. Jeez. Okay, did not see this coming. Good to have the mouse in the end still against him here. Well done. Like, really important, first of all, to just create that map control by going into the corner and then just, yeah, farming his way through the enemy lines, making sure to avoid the mouse, moving forward. If there is some heavy, like quite far, even if he is isolated, I mean, you can think about pushing that heavy, but mostly it just makes more sense to ignore the heavy tank, because he will just need way too long to get back to his teammates if they are getting pushed onto. So let's get to the next battle. So what do we have? Lil Uzi, first of all, 1 replay per person, please only. Okay, yippee-ki-yay. Also sent in a game. Let's have a look at this one. T57 Heavy it was. Or it is. T57 actually quite a nice tank, although I still I find it hard to really like it. I mean, I do like it because of the gun mostly. It's like, yeah, a little bit slow, but it is bouncy, yet it is unreliable. It really has its ups and downs, yeah. Okay, he is going for the middle so far, which might seem like a good option because you don't really risk getting shot. You are in a good position, but you are not most likely you're not getting off those early shots with the T57 because the tank is simply way too slow. But with most enemies just spotted on the other side, he does know that there is not too much right in front of him, only like some TD and a medium. 2 mediums actually. He does have 2 on his flank also, so he can hope to just be able to get into the 3v3. If he manages to put in an early clip, then he can create a huge advantage here for his teammates, and with his hit points also against the enemy mediums and TDs, it would be really nice for him to just push in there. I think he can go a bit more aggressive. The Progetto is not really looking at him, and he can maybe shoot out the Progetto from the side. Exactly. HEs should be possible like this. Exactly what he does right now. Oh, nice shot on the last one here. Could have even been a kill if he used 3 HEs, but it was absolutely fine. AMX 30B maybe would be a nice target, but he is not getting that shot. Man, why are you peeking out already? You're 6 seconds to being reloaded, and you just risked getting shot for absolutely nothing. Would absolutely not have been worth it to get shot for free here. Oh, okay, Driller actually managed to get the gun up. Could have been avoided, although I was surprised by the Griller being able to get this shot in here. Definitely did not expect him to be that exposed to him. But yeah, would have been better to avoid such an unnecessary hit there, as he could just safely stand in cover to get the 30B and only allow that 30B to shoot him. Okay. But even on such kind of push, while it is absolutely worth it taking out this Griller, and even if he has to take a shot, it is worth it to not waste too much time on that. I would still say, like, you could just wriggle a little bit more and hope for a bounce. Maybe it may define or decide over the outcome of the game in the end. If, like, it is getting a little bit closer, as we don't know yet if it is actually going to get close or not. Might very well be the case. Then he might need every single hit point that he could maybe still have. Okay, he's just pushing straight behind the E5. He can just clip him out if he manages to just connect all the shots. Aim! No need to rush this shot, and it was so important to hit this one. If, like, especially in this kind of scenario, he was able to clip that E5, and if he was not able to clip that E5, the E5 would have been able to just maybe kill him already. Probably he would have been able to kill him. Oh, I don't like this play right now, actually. I really don't like this play right now. He's in super risky position, still peeking out quite a lot, allowing the enemies to shoot him down, although he does absolutely not have any hit points in order to do that. Also, if he did not shoot heat at the lower plate of the 60TP, then it would be a safer one shot to him. Still manages to take out the 60TP. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. VK only needs an HE and gets that HE. Okay, there was also one more thing that I really did not like about this gameplay, although, like, in the end it was, like, nicely played. But first of all, they're kind of peeking when you're knowing of the enemy just looking at you, and you're not even trying to bounce off shots and not even wriggling, just giving shots for free. Like, I'm not a fan of that. But let's quickly move towards the end here. Here was a little bit of a misplay, because I could see, like, okay, that game is, like, pretty close still right now. That E5 is a 2-shot to the E5, or 1-shot to the VK is a 1-shot to the 60TP. TVP is in horrible position. If we are seeing the minimap right now, he's just behind all the enemies. maybe he can clip the enemies while they're pushing TVB, but does not look like it. But here is the issue for me, what decided over the outcome of the game. And that is then our friend here, Yippee did just rush in, although he could potentially clip the E5 quite easily. Yes, it did somehow make sense to go for this push. What he did was just dropping down, going to this spot here, where he was hull down, but the T57 is not the best hull down tank. I would have loved to see him just stay on top here, keep the high ground, just take this position behind the rock, behind this bush. He could still clip out the E5, or even maybe one of the other tanks if they were low on hit points. And if he was about to go for the reload, he could just drop back. And if the enemies were still quite far, he could even use this bush to stay unspotted when peeking. And first of all, like, remember, here is the low hit point teammate, the E5 with like 700, 800 hit points. No, it was less than that. Less than 600 hit points actually on this E5. And if he just stayed like this, after clipping the first clip, he could just wait behind the rock, unspotted, while the enemies are pushing this E5. Because the enemies clearly would want to push the low hit point E5 on his team. So he could just stay there. And until the enemies are pushing forward, at this point, if they are ignoring him here, looking at the E5, because the E5 is in a hull down position, will certainly survive for a bit and is able to spot, he can then just peek around the corner and shoot into the rear of the enemies and that we're pushing onto E5 now. That would have been like a far safer option to go for in order to make this a safe win, as he still had enough hit points, enemies were all clippable. And yeah, here it was just so important to really aim in. Also, like, take a look at how he is peeking. He's just peeking sides on, while he could just angle his tank a lot more and make sure that he is just minimizing the chance of the E5 penetrating him. If he was only showing like the front of the tank and maybe the turret only in the best case. Apart from that nice game, we'll just work on that peeking so that you make sure the enemies don't hit you too easily. Would be a lot better for you. Okay, who are we going to take next? Retro. Is that only a screenshot that I'm seeing there? Retro, it's only a screenshot. What am I supposed to do with a screenshot on a replay stream? Ah, no. There it is above. There was another message in between. Okay. Yeah, welcome guys, everyone who just joined in. I see a lot of faces or a lot of nicknames on the chat active right now. I won't be able to read the chat too much today because I have a lot of windows opened, but welcome everyone. Alright, we do have this Super Conqueror on Normandy. Perfect map for this tank, as it does have a lot of gun impression, nice turret, and there are lots of hull down positions here that he could make use of. Why are you stopping here? So important to move forward to just take a hull down position. Maybe he just missed the joystick here. Also, like, quick interruption here at this point already. He is on the left side of this hill, and like this, the enemies can just peek over and shoot him quite easily. They just have to overpeek and can shoot him like this, because if he would drop back, he would not move down, he would just stay on the same level and he would be totally exposed towards the enemy. What the chieftain on the other side does is what he should be doing as well. Move towards the right side and then peek out like this. Because that way, you're not seeing it too well on this angle, but like this, if he moves back, then he moves down the hill. And that means the enemies will only be able to shoot like his turret, if even at all. The enemies would really have to overpeak like this to get the shots off into him, and would most likely also overextend to the TDs that might still be like somewhere around there or behind there and camping, and the enemies would really have to overpeak. But like this, it is quite easy for the enemies to actually shoot him if they would peek over the ridge line here. Like the chieftain could just peek right now. He is like somewhat moving to the right side. Yes. I think he got it. Okay. Okay. Yep, like this, it's just perfect. Yep, IMAX, you can definitely still send some replays just on that replay analysis channel on the Discord server. I cannot promise to take every single one of the replays that are being sent in, but I hope to be able to. And for now, one replay per person, please only. What is this mouse doing? The auto aim messing up. I'm so glad that I turned it off because of that kind of issue. Especially if you don't have a lot of time to aim again. It can be so annoying. But of course there are lots of scenarios also where it is easier to shoot with the auto aim. Why is he trying an HE again? We already could see that it would not work. But never mind. Alright, so far it is just comfortable hull down farming of an AFK, or basically AFK Mäuschen in the back there. And he could maybe see if he can go for somewhere else, because at IS-7, well, he is peeking right now. But I would actually, I guess, still try to get this FE. Maybe an HE into the side of the turret, like this. Actually, I don't even know if that is still possible after the HD PBR model of that FE. Would try the blind shot closer to the cover, assuming that the FE tried to move back. But at this point, he has not had any option to shoot on reliably for the last 30 seconds. I would have already considered moving somewhere else, because you don't want to just stay in position where you don't have enemies in front for too long. But okay, enemies are coming for him, although he is in a really good position. Enemies are now coming. Forget what I said. But yeah, I would have already considered moving somewhere else to maybe fight that chieftain from the right side. If you know what I mean. Just move down the hill a little bit and get to the right side of this mill that is right next to him. In the Discord, do you only watch that replay analysis or the tactical channel too? I think I will mostly stick to the replay analysis channel, because it's just, yeah, it makes it easier. I will maybe occasionally also have a look into the other channel, but it's like hard to go for both of them. Uh-oh. Okay, okay. Ooh, so lucky with those bounces here. Okay. Yeah, to be honest, there's not too much to analyze about this game. He was just in the middle and farming all the time. Like, yeah, 7k, nice. But, yeah, it is a lot of damage. Definitely. But there are 3k damage games that are more interesting. Gotta be honest about that. 7.3k, actually quite a lot, definitely. But what makes an interesting game or exciting game, it's not like top damage. No. Like, it's not about having 7k or 6k. That happens from time to time. Alright, Thomas, good night. But yeah, I like games where there are more decisions involved in making a team win, you know? Then it is actually like, yeah, a little bit more tasking to go for the win there. A lot of damage and a lot of decisions are the best case, obviously. Oh, we do have another WZ111 gameplay. Same map. Ninja Parrot from Rival. I have no idea about that clan. I guess it is maybe not even on EU server, as none of that clans rings a bell. Maybe Asia server? Or NA, I don't know. Some clanless guys also, maybe bot matchmaking? Cannot say. He is going for the exact same position as we've just seen from the Super Conqueror. Puts in a nice first shot. And yeah, good hold on position for now. Let's see if he does a little bit more than the S-Conqueror under the game before. Would be nice to see, to not have like a total of 14k damage from the exact same position in those two replays now. Is he actually playing with calibrated shells? Might be, because I don't remember the IS-7 side to be penetrated that easily. Okay. Okay, so far so good. Just some farming. And just some farming. Not much happening here. He does have quite a lot of teammates with him actually, while it would possibly be... It would maybe be an option to just kill those guys right in front of them. If the teammates were not sleeping, but so far he can just put out some damage. He does not have to risk too much. But now that they are pushed down, he should go a bit more aggressive, try to shoot out the mediums. Or the 50B. Like Vickers would be really nice also. Ah. Taking out that mobility would be quite important for them to not get circled and for those guys to not run away. He really has to pressure a little bit and ignore that E100. I mean, he does not want to get shot, fair enough. But he is losing the left flank also. Always gotta keep that in mind, or have an eye on that. If you are losing the one flank, then you have to go for some move, because otherwise you will have the enemies in your back. And you can either just sit back and just turn around for those enemies that are coming from behind, or you have to push forward. There are those two options only. You can't just sit there and wait for the enemies to appear in your rear and not do anything about it, because they will just kill you easily. Go! Go! Okay. Okay. He should just push forward, kill this Vickers, and then go for the others. I mean, he cannot afford to wait for too long, because, like, his teammates do have a lot of tanks right in front of them. Nice. Was able to take out the gorilla. And no farming game this time. I like it. Will he be able? Yes, he is able to, without even taking a shot. Very nice. Now I can just go to the side of that E100 here and hold down farm this dude. Nothing that the E100 can really do about him here, because he can just drop back. If there's 2 one-shots on his team, might be possible for them to still die and the game to get closer. He also is a one-shot to the gorilla, so he has to be careful about this. But yeah, it is working out. If the game would be even closer, I would recommend just flanking further to the outside. Let's quickly have a look. How many hit points his teammate has here. Just want to have a look to the outer side here. FV still full life. That's also something to be aware of. Like, if there is still some camping teammate, then maybe you can fall back into a position that your teammate can help you. Where your teammates can help you. But it's alright. I think he cannot afford to push out anymore. He will be too slow. If he just goes to the left, then he will have the gun depression. Does not work like that. Just go middle. Just go left and then you can go... Okay. Yeah, that's just like the advanced map knowledge there. To know where you do have the gun depression and where you don't have it. To always take a safe hull down position. But okay, nice job here by Ninja Parrot. It's not EU server, yep. Not EU server, I guess, so... What server is it actually, Ninja Parrot? We do have a 1v3 game from Galaxy Inquisitor. Oh, almost forgot to switch the scene again. Also with the autumn season camo. This is an A now. Good night, Richo. Adam, haven't you been on the scene yet? No, you haven't. I was not spending a lot of time on searching yours or searching any replay. I can have a really nice first shot here, 700 damage. Actually, perfect map for the T30 as you're just able to play hull down like a typical heavy tank would be doing. And also high tier game, this map, beautiful. Just beautiful to take this position with a T30 if there is like no tier 10 that would easily be able to penetrate your turret. But he is already getting flanked here if you're paying attention to the minimap. Like right now, there are some enemy mediums right behind him. Okay, worth a try. But if he does not want to get shot from the rear, he has to consider changing his position up. Like right now, the Emil and the mediums from the rear could maybe shoot him out quite easily or push him. Would not necessarily be clever for the Emil to push him here as he still has some TD behind, but you never know what happens, so maybe he should be going like towards the left side to help out and be closer to his heavy teammates. Maybe try some HE there. I am quite sure that he can just HE the side of the turret of the Emil, or even the side of the hull above the tracks. Also on a first shot onto the M3, or he could have already used an HE, I guess. But like for risky shots, it is absolutely not worth going for like super risky snapshots with HEs. Only use that when you're really able to aim in. Otherwise, you are just wasting damage for nothing and not gaining any advantage. Rival is top 20 NA. Okay, not bad matchmaking. Okay. Sorry. Now I was just thinking, like, as I did not know any of the clans, it might be bot matchmaking if there are just some no-name clans. Hi Legundo, yes, I've already seen your replay. I guess I will also show it in a bit. Maybe next one now. Why are so many people using the speed boost? Actually, I did not notice yet that he is actually using the speed boost. But on the T30, it does not make a lot of sense to go for the speed boost, in my opinion. I mean, you can do it, but it is not increasing your overall speed. It is like not increasing the top speed of the tank. It is maybe increasing the acceleration a little bit, as it is only like 20% to the engine power. I don't know the actual effect that it has. I don't know. It's like not in the game files, and I've seen tests and done tests where like a tank with a standard speed boost is just as fast as one without the speed boost at all. And maybe it helps you to turn like slightly faster and avoid getting circled once in a while. But mostly you're not gaining any advantage from that, while just making sure you're not getting tracked over and over again would maybe allow you to just survive in a situation where you would have died otherwise. So mostly I also prefer the second repair kit to just not get perma-tracked, and also like sometimes your gun that gets destroyed or something like that, and it would be really nice to then have a repair kit. Interesting choice here by him to not help his teammate like some time ago already, because T49 is just running and go for the damage first. He can do that, but it is a bit risky. Ooh, can he get his shots? Yes, nice. Nice shot. Thanks, RNG. Well done also. Okay, we'll try to just ignore the Jag Tiger behind. 1v3 situation right now. Almost hit the train wagon. Quite lucky also that the T49 did not manage to penetrate this HE, or he would be a one-shot to everyone now. But yeah, the train wagon was also right behind him, covering his ass a little bit. But this Jag is going to be a serious problem if he does not manage to track this guy. He does not get the track shot, but for whatever reason the Jag does not keep pushing. Okay. I mean, okay. Jag should actually just go in, because the M60 can't kill him. Nice. He had to decide here. He had to control the fight, because Jag was coming from the rear, M60 was in the front, and he just needed to go because he needed to decide who he is allowing him to shoot, or allowing to shoot him there, because he did not want to just get clipped by the M60. And Jag like could be avoided a little bit easier than the M60 as well. It was absolutely the right call to go for that M60 here. He's a one shot, 26 seconds. I hope it's not going to be a draw. I would actually try to fight still. I mean, I don't want a draw. A draw is a defeat. There is no such thing as a draw in the game files. It is just, yeah, defeat to both teams. Adam, happy about the voice crack. Yeah, it's already late and I'm tired, so yes. Okay, nice. Still manages to surprise the Jag with a snapshot, while the Jag was absolutely not prepared for this. I don't know where the Jag was looking. He was just looking at the ground there. Nice game, Galaxy. Okay, Adam was already crying about his replay to be shown, so let's go for someone else then. I think Legunda was also first. Yeah, Legunda was first. So let's see Legunda. Pincer and purple. That's what we like to see. Navy Frontier again. Can we get some other maps maybe? Always the same maps here. Foch. Such an underrated tank. Or is it underrated? I don't see a lot of people playing it, and I really love this tank. Win rate wise, I think it is one of my best tier 9s. And I think this one is better than the tier 10. Did he just actually stop in spawn for another 5 seconds because he was writing? Otherwise he would be able to get off an early shot. Like this move, like, you know, if the enemies do have fast tanks, especially, he's moving up the hill. He is moving up the hill here quite early instead of staying low, increasing the chance of the enemy just hitting him from the middle area. I don't know, with a fast tank, I just like going for the position that his platoon mate, the T54, is in, because you can get off some early shots, especially with weak tanks and non-turreted tanks. It is like a big risk to push over here quite early, because if there are some enemy tanks that are fast enough to get into the middle, they might get off an early first shot into him. Like, ISU probably too slow, I'm just seeing on the enemy team, but the Scorpion might have been able to already diminish his hit points by quite a bit. 1500 hit points. He's not in the best position here. He can't really peek hull down like this. Does not have a lot of gun depression on this tank. And his teammates are rather not fighting. I don't know if this is actually helping, but okay. Ah, it is not actually Legundo's game, it is his platoon mate's game here on that we are seeing. Legundo is on the T54. Okay. Nice. Only yesterday I noticed, like, I really have to turn off the chat more often. Like, even if I hate to not be able to see, like, when people are saying hi to me, because, like, the more people are watching me on YouTube, the more people are occasionally saying hi, and I would like to answer. But damn, if everyone's like writing on the chat, then I'm also tempted to write something more often. I'm just getting a lot more stressed. And I notice, like, if I turn off the chat, I'm a lot more relaxed about playing this game. Should have just stick to the LPCR here. I think he tried the LP in the last second. Okay, so far so good. He is not in the rest position. He can just make use of the frontal armor of his tank and make use of his awesome DPM. I would actually wish for the tier 10 Forge to have the same kind of DPM, like on the small gun. Right now it does have the autoloader gun, which which is fun, but it's not too good. Would be nice if the small gun, the single shot gun, would have better DPM. With a one shot good DPM 550 alpha, it could be really nice, like a really good tank for brawling, going super aggressive just as the tier 9 tank is. But sadly, Wargaming decided to just make the small single shot gun have really bad DPM. It's not worth playing it with that gun. Okay, it's still full life. 2v4, or it was actually 2v5 here. 3.7k dealt on his behalf here. T54 Legundo dealt another. I don't know what Legundo did, how much damage he dealt. Okay, he's deciding to go aggressive here. There was the other medium, I guess Chimera. I remember there was someone spotted on the bridge right in front of him, so it's like a little bit risky, but still fine because he's full life. Yeah, Chimera is on top of the hill there. Maybe he should have also just waited first before going aggressive, to just wait a second if the enemies were actually about to come, so he could have a safe position for them to run into, and he would be able to farm them off a little bit easier and safer without possibly running into 4 tanks at the same time, which, yeah, could have not ended well. If they were all pre-aiming him or rushing him already, then he might have had some serious problems, yeah. But 5.9k damage already, I don't know, there was no fire, I guess. Actually, quite a nice result already. Camera still full life. Damn. Nice. That's going to be a good one. I guess he won't be able to climb up here. He does not have the speed. Only very fast tanks can go up here. Really nice track shot here, potentially saving him. Like, Camera would need 2 shots. And maybe with the ram, he would have been able, or with the high roll, he would have been able to kill him here. Yep, you cannot go up there. You have to go for the sides. He's still trying. Doesn't work. Okay. Okay. Camera was making it easy in the end. But also nice track shots here, which allowed his teammates to still farm. But 7.2k almost on a tier 9, together with Legundo dealing another close to 3k damage. 10k damage at tier 9. That's a lot. That is definitely a lot. Oh, okay. GG. GG. So, let's see. Let's see Marius first and then Adam. Always low rolls. Marius, I don't know English. Basil. Clan of Cooks. Probably. Maybe. Let's see if he can actually cook us some good game. And he's just going for passive position, pre-aiming the middle here, which is just perfectly fine because, like, he does not have the fastest tank. He could risk to go up, but with his tank that is not so fast and also quite huge, especially from the side, he might just lose a ton of hit points early on already, just like this Object 907 did. But he would have been, yeah, he would have likely taken even more damage than the 907. A position that I would really like to get into would be this one here, because there you are also hull down, quite hidden behind this rock. And if there is some teammate on top of the hill, I would also try to pressure a bit more into this position so that you can shoot those enemies into the side. Let's just go into free cam real quick and show you what I mean. Like, if your teammates are going up the hill, then it really helps to just take a position over here so you can shoot all those tanks that are in the middle trying to punish your teammate into the side of the turret, and they will have a really hard time. What was I just running into? Nice graphics, nice graphics. Not looking too good. But in this case, it was actually better to not do so because his teammates are not really with him. And it would be too easy for the enemies to just punish him if they were overpeaking, rushing him. Even if the enemies would bleed a lot, would maybe die for that in a tournament, it would be fine. Like this, he cannot trust his teammates in a random battle, so even if the enemies rush you and die for that, it might not be worth it, because like for random battles, for most people, the goal is damage and not win rate, right? Okay. What are you guys actually going for in random battles? Is it the damage, win rate, or both? Let's maybe start a quick survey here. Can I actually... Why is it actually saying yes and no? That I can't just... okay. I can't get rid of it. Ah, okay, I can. I was not seeing that. 1 second. Okay, so far he's just farming right now. There is not much to analyze about this. Good that he just decided to go somewhere else. Oh, big armor rack there. He was noticing getting flanked, and also he was not really able to fight like frontally, so it did make sense to just see if he could maybe find some other tanks where he could be more effective against. Okay, let's start a quick survey here, just to see what you're most interested in. I mean, I'm trying to just analyze for both, but yeah, just would be interesting to me. Is the survey actually live? Yes, it is. And just absolutely the right call here from our player. Who was it again? Who was our player here? Oh, Raisel Overalls it was. Okay. Really good decision from him to leave the hill position where he would only have hull down tanks right in front of him, while those tanks that are easier targets in the rear could get more dangerous to his teammates. So it was a really nice position for him to go for. Also really good call here to ignore those guys, or the E50M, not push forward. That's what you should always do, just stay at the corner. Brave move, but a really good one. It will be worth it to push up the hill here, kill this E5, because this E5 is in really dangerous position to his teammates. He is full life, can afford to go for this push. Does now have a really good position to fight in. Can take out the next one, has a good position to fight this Concept 1B. He does not even have to stay on the hill, as he knows that the 60TP is most likely getting pushed, and this way he can even secure him. What a great movement here on in the last seconds. He could have just rammed here in this scenario. I guess it would have been the better option to make sure that his 60TP was not about to die. But still, like, really nice movement here to just leave the city, go back to his teammates on the hill, move up the hill, and then even secure his 60TP's life. Great. He can just also now push that E50M, as he does have enough hit points. The Jag is still quite far away, won't be able to help him here. And he seems to be getting a lot more damage on that Jagster. Although he is a potential one-shot, so he has to be a bit careful. But you see what I mean when I'm saying that a low damage tactical gameplay is a lot more exciting than like 7k damage that are just farming. Like, this is just this movement that he just showed here. That was just perfection. Could not have been any better. And luckily his team might just miss a shot, so he's getting the full Jag still. How to upload replays to Discord on iOS. Have you never uploaded any replays to iOS? I can show you, actually. I can show you. What is the survey saying, by the way? Damage and win rate. Okay. But win rate over damage still, surprisingly. Okay. Let me show you real quick how to share games from iOS. Do I have my tables here? Yeah. Won't take too long, I promise. But I get asked this quite a lot, so maybe it is worth it to just demonstrate it real quick. Now I have the option. So you can see my iPad here right now. All that you have to do is click the replays. Then you mark one replay that you want to share. You can even mark multiple replays at once. And then you see what appears down there. If you mark one replay, then this typical share button appears. And you can either just send it to, like, I do have AirDrop here, but you can just send it to Discord. Sometimes Discord is like causing a few issues here and there, so I recommend opening the Discord channel that you want to share to first, before then getting into the game or into your gallery to share it. Good. Let's open the game again and get back to replays. I just got myself a Moscow Mule. Haven't had any Moscow Mule in quite a long time. Just had a little bit of vodka still and some ginger ale it is. I really love that taste actually. What do I need to do right now? I need to show my desktop again. And download the next replay. But first of all, item it was. Where is Adam? There he is. Ah, okay. Just got a Discord message. Thought it would be maybe something important, but okay, it's fine. All right, we have 60 TP on a map that we have not seen yet so far. And he is going for the medium flank in this case. I would not necessarily do this because what's the point of going for the medium flank right now? Like, concerning the setup, we are seeing enemies having 4 heavy tanks, 1 medium only, and his team is having 2 mediums. So he should already have an advantage on the medium flank. And enemies are not too unlikely to just go for the heavy side. So what I like to do is just, not surprisingly, all enemies are here. And what I just said is completely useless. But I just like going for the middle. Like whatever tank I have. No, not if I have a tank without any armor, then the middle is not the best option. But I like going for the middle with a heavy tank or even a medium tank. To maybe get in some spots or early shots into enemy heavies crossing towards C. Whenever enemies have a lot of heavies, I like to do that. Just to make sure that I'm not like too far away if the enemies are not on A. And judging by the setup, he would have an advantage in the corner already on the medium flank. And he could still have time to move up there. But okay. His position is not all that bad right now, and his teammates are still dying for nothing. I've tried this position a couple of times already as well. Sometimes it is good, but sometimes, especially on this spawn, seems different on the other spawn. Sometimes you just get pushed onto there from the right flank and you might have some really awkward position if there's also not a lot of... If there are not a lot of tanks from your allies in the corner, then you might just be trapped behind this rock there and get pincered from 2 different angles there. Just get shot down. Hi Dominic. What is my feeling about the new aiming stuff? I already tried it, yes. But I am mostly not using auto aim. So I don't know yet if I'm actually going to switch again. I doubt so because like there are a lot of situations where no auto aim at all is like more reliable. Also for whatever reason auto aim is sometimes causing lags on my device. But yeah, I like playing without auto aim at the moment. But okay, let's answer the question that was asked there, and that is, I really liked the new auto aim. I was like, yeah, it seemed a lot more reliable and a lot better than the old one. At least on touch. I did not test it on PC. By the way, great move here. Let's just quickly pause. Yeah, let's appreciate this move. As the replay was sent in, I was just talking about some other stuff. Enemies were pushing forward over there. And what Adam, or is he called Adam still in game? I guess so. What he did was just move backwards, still put in occasional shots here and there towards that angle, but he was just moving back into safety, pushing out at 113 as well. This guy just got killed here, and he is now in a very safe position again, kept all his hit points while constantly fighting. Really like this. Okay. Lucky shot. Oh. Okay, and again, he's just doing the same thing, moving in reverse to just get into safety. He can even take the base right now, and he can be secured by his teammate from the flank, although his teammate is a one-shot. Not going to be able to do too much about those enemies here, but yeah, maybe taking this base already helps him here. Even though enemies can potentially just take B and C at this point and get away with it. But if the Gorilla would move into C, he could pressure the IS-7. If the IS-7 is not the best player, the 62P does have like slightly better chances. I don't like this. I don't like this. The Gorilla might be like right behind here and shooting him right now, making him a 2-shot for the IS-7. So what I would prefer to see here was him either moving towards the left side like this, where he would just be hull down towards the Gorilla. He would also be absolutely hull down for the IS-7, or not absolutely, but he would be hull down for the IS-7 and a lot harder to penetrate than if he pushed over like this, especially when keeping in mind that he does not have a lot of hit points anymore. He really needs to be careful about that. Yeah, he can't do anything about the enemies like this. Just go left, shoot the IS-7 and you're fine. Why try to mess around like this? It is not worth it. There's no point in doing so. Now you can even use the wreck of that 113 potentially to stay in cover. Nope, the IS-7 still messes up the shot. I would have also tried this snapshot. Bit unlucky that he did not penetrate or did not hit at all, but yeah. I missed the aiming button, I guess. Happens. Gorilla is coming from the side, so he has to make sure to not face both of them from different angles, and yeah, it would be great if he could take out this Gorilla. He can also just move back again while looking at the IS-7. Then he would maybe have the Gorilla and the IS-7 both to his front, which would make things a lot easier for him. Gorilla is finally doing the mistake here. Well, I would have preferred to see him actually move back even further to avoid just getting pincered in between the enemies like this. If the IS-7 was to his front, the Gorilla was behind. Wherever he was looking then... 475. Wherever he was looking then, the enemy could just shoot him into the rear. That was the issue there. And 7.3k. And losing because of the high roll of the IS-7 in the end. And a couple of misses here and there. But let's just get to the end again. I wanna point out what he could have done in order to win this. He needed to back off, like really. He did this all the time before that, and suddenly he stopped doing so. Also, there was like quite a lot of time where he tried to just peek up here, and it was absolutely clear that he would not be successful doing so. And if he just moved towards the left side already, he could have spent the time on trying to fight the IS-7 at least, instead of just standing around for nothing. But there is also another issue, and that is, like, at this point, too bad that we don't see the enemies on the map like this, but okay. Let's move out a little bit just so that we can see better. Our protagonist is here. That's our hero. Those are the evil guys. Two of them. And one of them can just push him frontally. The other guy can potentially just move back, shoot from over there. That would be the best move for the Gorilla, to just get back over here and then try to shoot the 60TP into the rear, because then 60TP would have a really bad time fighting the IS-7, as the IS-7 could out-reload him, kill him in 2 shots, while, yeah, the 60TP here would struggle. But how could he avoid this? He could just move back like this. He could move back while pre-aiming the IS-7 and not shooting, though. Whenever the Gorilla was peeking over, he would have to be aware of that, kill the Gorilla just as he did. But if he just moved back like this, just imagine he's moving back like this, both of the enemies are then in a very narrow angle right in front of him, so he could have a lot easier time facing both of them. Step 1 would be to get behind this rock here. Would be one option to go for. He could either then move back even further, although that's maybe not the best option after all, because the IS-7 can just peek out and shoot him like this, making him a one-shot for both of the enemies, which would not be the best option, I guess. So I think the safer way to handle this scenario would be to just move back behind the rock first, then turn, move in reverse all the time. Reverse even further over here, because here he can be hull down again, and the IS-7 or the Gorilla would both have to go into the open in order to get into the A cap or fight him. And if the enemies were then deciding to go for the other caps, he could pressure again. But as long as they didn't, he should move back. And here behind this rock here, he has some hill. He would be hull down, and he would have a really nice position to let the enemies come to him. And if the enemies overextend, get into the open, like the IS-7 could get into the open like this, for example, he would not be hull down. Then he could shoot the IS-7. If the Gorilla tried to peek over like this, he could kill the Gorilla for free and still be far enough from the IS-7 to survive this. So just my take on this here. Although of course it was unlucky to get killed in the end, it could have been avoided, I guess. And the Leopard could also have stayed alive for longer. Yes, of course. But that is not what we are talking about right now. We are rather focusing on the move of that 60TP here. Okay, next replay. Who are we going for? Have we seen Marius already? I think we have. Yeah, we have seen always low rolls already. One replay per person only for the time being. Maybe we can still watch some more replays later on, but for now I really want to limit this to one replay per person to make it fair for everyone. Isa in the Object 250U pay-to-win premium OP tank on tier 8 with a very few tier 7 tanks about to get bullied. He is going for the city. I do have my problems about this. Like, in the city here, from this spawn, you don't have any good positions, really. From the other spawn, you can get into the park quite easily and have some really nice hull down positions, but on this side, meh. I would not go here. He's completely in the open. Enemies can be hull down right in front of him, shoot him easily. Enemies seem to not be in front of him, which is quite lucky. Let's just take a quick pause here. Do a quick pause, take a quick break. Let's not mess up everything. Okay. What enemies could have done like when I play this map from the other spawn, I take either this position, or maybe even this position to be perfectly hull down and pre-aim this angle whenever there is some tank in the open. I'm happy to shoot that. I won't take any damage in return, that's for sure, because I'm hull down, the enemy is not. He could get shot for free here. And therefore, I would highly recommend just moving towards the bridges whenever you can. If your teammates are not following to the bridges and they are all going for the city, yes, you can go for the city as well. But then I would just be like, you can be in a cap here. Here you are somewhat hull down, you can side scrape a bit, you can be here or there, trying to get off some early shots. Otherwise, I would... Oh, what the heck just happened here? Nice, my brush tool is broken. And I'm stuck. Otherwise, you can just move towards the middle here, try to flank around, push for the park area, or just push forward with everyone. Would be another option, definitely. Yet his teammates are already on the bridge side here. So why would he take the worst side of the map? There is no point in doing so. He's just spending a minute already on just driving around in an area where he can easily get shot down. And his tank especially needs to stay closer to the team because he is a heavy tank. Or he is playing a heavy tank. He is not a heavy tank on his gender. But as a heavy tank, you need to be like closer to your teammates, especially with those very heavy tanks that have a lot of armor, because you're supposed to take shots for your teammates. Just keep in mind, when you're not getting shot, then the allies are getting shot. And if you have a tank that can possibly bounce a lot of shots, then you're just taking a lot of DPM of the enemy from the game. If they are able to shoot your teammates that are way weaker than you, and then they are having a lot more DPM for the time being. I hope that is understandable like this. Therefore, you want to somehow get shot without actually taking shots, you know? That's also the purpose of a mouse tank. That's like the best example. Having a lot of armor, a lot of hit points. You want to take the shots. If your teammates are taking the shots, it is a lot worse for your team. And why is he out of APCR already? The game only just started. Take some APCR with you, or you might just lose a ton of games just for nothing. It won't cost more APCR to just have it with you. Okay, Cupola works, but it's absolutely not reliable. That was only like... Those were 2 APCR shots, I believe. And he was already out of... why this HE? On the move. Okay, okay. He will still be able to get the guy on the next shot. Good. But take some more APCR with you. And as long as you don't use it, you won't have to spend more credits. But if you lose because of not having the APCR, then it will be more expensive than just using 1 APCR shot at a time. I personally spam a lot of premium ammunition. Not, and I could say just because I can afford it, but I'm not losing credits. I want to win game. I use the safest ammunition possible to do the most damage possible. So if I can shoot AP, I will go for the AP. I will be happy about that. But if it is risky to shoot an APCR, if it is risky to shoot an AP or an HE, I will go for the ammunition type with more penetration. Just to make sure that I penetrate my shots and do not lose games because of that. Because that would be a lot more expensive in terms of credits than just using one more expensive ammunition type. Also here on the first shot, he should have definitely aimed in a little bit better than he did. And then it would have been, yeah, a safer shot. The side of an Emil, it's not that bouncy, although sometimes you do get some bounces. It would have been possible to just aim in like a little bit. Is he still getting the whole T29? Actually, it looks like... I don't know, I would not be able to say. It looks like it was bot matchmaking a little bit. Enemies seem to just do very weird moves. But okay. GG. 5k in the out. That's good. And I also like that he at some point also did not stay too far behind to just farm. He moved into the fight and did not raid for too long. Okay, it is actually some other server. I'm not able to see stats whatsoever. Did we already have... No, we did not have Yusufinoso. Let's go for Yusufinoso. But in-game he is called differently. It is... No. Oh, it is Yusufinoso. Why was there... Ah, he renamed apparently. There was some other name on that screenshot. And he is playing with Amonit. GNA Gold Noob Association. WZ and Progetto, two very strong tier 8 tanks. If you do have a chance to get them, I can highly recommend it. Although the WZ, I don't like it that much anymore since the heavy HP buff not too long ago, because you see 1100 hit points only, and there are a lot more clippers nowadays. If they manage to surprise you from the side or from the rear, then yeah, or if they catch you in the open somewhere, because they can just push out, they will just be able to take out almost your entire hit points. If it is 920 on average on the email 2 even, otherwise 910, wait, it is 320 on the standard LP of the email 2 and 310 on most other tanks. So it is 960 hit points, or 960 damage that an email 2 deals, email 1 actually, deals in damage. On average, you can almost just clip your entire tank out with a high roll. And before the hit point buff of the heavies and all these auto loaders in the game, it was just a lot easier to take some hull down positions and bounce off everyone. This tank was just absolutely broken. Did not get nerfed, so it is a different story nowadays. He also decided to go for the middle position to get off early shots, which is good for damage, yet does not allow to just help the team too much, but in this case it is just fine. And I would also quite often do this, go into the middle first and then see where to go after that. Good that he did not insist on camping, moved up to help out his platoon mate Amonit, or her, it is a her, but it is his platoon mate, I guess. Okay, going for that HE on that AMX, just perfect, because the mobility has to get deleted first, otherwise the mobile tanks might get very annoying later on in the game, especially in AMX with a clip. Not the most OP tier 8 tank, but if he gets like somewhere behind your teammates where it is basically impossible to reach him, then he might be able to just put out the whole clip of, I don't know, what is it? 600 something, 660 damage. What is the actual alpha of the AMX? Is it 220 or just 200? I'm not sure right now. But still it hurts. You see my point. Like a TD in your rear. And can easily run away again. But right now, he is absolutely not in the best kind of position. He has to somehow get back, move out of this. The enemies are going to push forward anyways. He does not have a lot of hit points to play around with. Although right now the enemies are also quite low already. Unlucky. Unlucky. I would recommend moving back, waiting for the enemies to come forward a little bit so he can just kill them one by one. Just pulling back would mean that the enemies might not be all going at the same time. Close. And you can just kill the fastest first whenever he's pushing and the others right after. And that's exactly what he did actually. He just also backed off. Could have been a bit more safe by just backing off even further, but it was perfectly fine in the end. Let me quickly see that survey. Okay, it actually changed in favor of damage now. No. And 41% damage, 24% win rate, 35 damage and win rate. Okay. Yeah, very few people are actually only going for platoon win rate farming all the time. But there are of course also those guys just playing Annihilator or Smasher in platoon for 90% of their battles, if not more. Not for no reason, those tanks have some of the highest battle count overall already, although not being in the game for too long yet. How can I just close the survey? Okay. Okay, let's see who we can show next. Wait, Yusuf is not Sir... Ah, Sir Nonsalud. Ah, Nonsalud. Nonsalud. Whatever. I thought it was the same. Therefore my confusion about the names. 7K Vickers game. No, we have not seen this one yet. Let's have a look here. Same map again. I think it's the 4th time already in this stream that we're seeing this map. Come on guys, send me some other maps. I would also have a really nice game of this map still on this map, but I recorded it and I'm going to do a video on it, I guess. Or maybe just include it in some video, I don't know. Vickers is obviously a perfect tank to just go for this quick early spot here, as you can mostly get off an early shot, collect some information on where the enemies are going. And at this point I'm starting to get worried about exactly this. Enemies are flanking around as only 2 heavies were spotted. Boys. At this point he was already getting flanked and he could now already buy VK and the other guy just being on the heavy side and not a lot more being there, so that he had to move out. Maybe I would have moved out even sooner than he did, but I would have taken damage for moving out even sooner. And he actually waited for the right moment. Got into a really nice position right now. Excellent move here. Of course he just risked getting shot by some TD by going through the middle like this, instead of running away like... Okay, let me quickly pause here. Just gotta make my point. And show what I'm talking about. 2 heavies were spotted. Damn it. Let's close that thing right now. No, wrong screen. I think I just gotta restart this thing. Where is it? Yes. Exactly. Come on, let me close that. No, I want my mouse. Ah, there it is. We did it on the other screen. Screen brush. Close, please. I'll restart. What a very weird issue there about this app. Good. I hope it will be fine right now. There we go. Okay, he was in the middle here. 2 heavies only spotted moving towards the heavy side. So what I would have done at this point was either just spotting here first or moving out already. He could still just move back, get to this little hill where he even has a bush to spot the mediums or whatsoever, or he could just run away immediately and not risk getting flanked and getting pincered here. Like if he stayed for too long in this position, like he did stay there successfully, did not get shot by the IS-7, but it would have made sense by the IS-7 to shoot him in this position because he was a light tank, he was a dangerous tank. It would have made sense to focus out the Vickers first, even if the IS-7 had to take a shot for that. Therefore, I would have just run away. But like this, because then you are a lot safer to get over to the heavy side safely than like this, where like there are 2 unspotted TDs. One of them was a JAG, the other was the Griller, I believe. They might just both be there and wait for him to peek out here. If they are both in the middle, there is one chance over here for them to shoot him and another one over there if he pushes out like this. Therefore, yeah, I would have rather gone outside and then full speed over here. Would have most likely resulted in getting shot by the IS-7 for once, but I would have been fine with it. Would have been a calculated risk in comparison to some very uncalculated risk to take if I would have allowed a JAG or Griller to both shoot me. 800 plus 640 is 1440 damage, where the average roll could be even higher, if maybe even HE penetrated or like high rolls. 1000 plus 800 on the max rolls. He would have only had 2 hit points left. Although unlikely, would not have been impossible. Oh, okay. I like that he is not trying to overcommit yet, but maybe it wouldn't make sense to just kill this Griller. I know there's still the JAG behind. Let's not forget about this guy. So he is staying safely behind his teammates and not just staying in position and farming. He is actually actively engaging in the fight and moving around the map here, and that's what I like to see. He's just playing like a medium or light tank should, making use of that mobility to perfection, trying to find those options to shoot at wherever you can or could in theory. In reality that maybe looks different sometimes. Slightly unnecessary to take this shot though. Could have been avoided by just staying high down. Although taking out the kill was of course a nice thing to do, but it was not needed to take the damage for that. Okay. Close. He is in a 1v2 situation. Only 8 heat left. That's not too much. But okay, we'll be fine, I guess. Oh, is he going to risk it? Oh. I would maybe consider just moving back, not moving to the Griller. But seems like the Griller actually just shot him. Okay, huge mistake there by the Griller to just miss this shot and still get shot that easily. But our friend here, Sir Noncelet, could have possibly just moved back and tried to get into some position where he would be a lot safer to fight the Griller and the JAG. Like, he has the mobility, he has the light tank, his camouflage, he has the view range, he can just go anywhere on the map, unspotted. Would he have been able to get there anywhere unspotted? I don't know. That's just... I wanted to know that quite right now. I think there was the griller. So let's see it like this. Okay. The griller was on top of the hill. The Jag was down there. Our Vickers was over here. So what he could have done was, instead of peeking at the gorilla, because the gorilla was quite likely to hit him, and he was not too likely to put out a shot in return, and even if he did, it would not have been a good trade. So what he could have done was just moving back and either pushing out here, just trying to run away, would have been one option. Here he would be a lot safer because of the wall over there and this little hill over here. He would be lower on the ground also here. Or he could have just dropped down over here and moved to the outer side of the map here and try to just move out of the view range of the enemies. And best option for him would actually be to take the high ground, like going up the bridges where it is really hard for the enemies to reach him. He can just spot a huge area like this basically, and can see when the enemies are coming to him. If they are pushing up the hill, like right there, for example, then he can just track them and just kill them easily. Would have been safer, in my opinion. A light tank definitely has the mobility to go for such moves, and there was still a lot of time. He could possibly just rush in right now. But 2 minutes left. He does not have to go overly aggressive. He can just play a safe game. But I would just actually try to surprise the Jag, move around and get into circling him to make use of that DPM and really put on safe shots. Whew. Almost rammed him, yeah, okay. He can even track him, perfect. Now he's just behind him. Just get behind, get behind. Okay, we'll be fine, we'll be fine. Although I would have recommended just getting straight behind the Jag in order for him not being able to move to the wall and just scrape him off basically. But GG. 7.1k almost. Not a Kolobanov, but 1v2. Alright. Do we have some more replays? Hey, level 2 trading. And I Andy. And Privet. Говорите по-английски, пожалуйста. I do not speak Russian. English, please. Okay. Who do we have there? His Royal Fatness 2022. Flatness. Okay. Let's see what he has to offer. That crew voice. Wednesday, yes. No, it is actually Wednesday right now. No, just got Wednesday. A couple of minutes ago, here at least. Surprisingly, he is moving towards the medium side. I don't know about this move. Why is he going for the medium side? If, like, first of all, it is a very heavy setup, and his team is all on a heavy flank. So why go for the medium flank with a heavy tank? A heavy tank is not like for farming and running around, circling around the enemies. He does have a lot of armor as well, so he should stay close to his teammates. Because again, as we have had with the Object 252, he wants to be the one to take some shots because he can bounce some. His teammates can't. Would be best for him to stay close to his teammates. He doesn't have the best gun for sniping anyways. He is basically in a TD position right now. And he is not fast enough to just circle around the map. So just, even at this point, you know the mediums are right in front of you. Just get over to your teammates. Get closer to them and help them push maybe. Okay, to be fair, it is working out. He's getting off some free damage. That's not that's not a heavy position. I would already try to push left. For that, it might be a little bit too early. I could also just try to get to the middle, maybe get closer. Okay, as long as he has shots, can't blame him really. If the enemies are really standing in front of him all the time. But as soon as he does not have shots anymore, he should move up. And already looks like an easy win for him. Because like, you see the enemies, they desperately tried to go for the heavy side, even with a medium and light tank, and they just died for free. Come on. Ah, would have been great. Would have been great to get this blind shot off. But no, just move in. You're up. You have 2 more tanks than the enemies. And the RU is a one shot already. You're a heavy tank. Just move. Go. Go, go, go. Stop farming like a TD. And more aggressive in a gorilla. RU is actually capping base A. Is he going for that RU? Right, the adrenaline right now. The RU is clearly still in the base. Now don't go for the one shot. Just go for the damage, dude. Just go for those heavy tanks and just fight them frontally. Stand your man. His teammates should also be healthy enough still. Yes, he can just go right in front of his teammates and make sure he pushes the enemies. Maybe even push the tiger right in front of him. But why stand around? What are you waiting for? You are a heavy tank. Stop playing in the back and waiting for the enemies to move into you. That is not the job of a heavy tank. Okay, finally. Finally goes for the push of the isolated tiger. Just, he can afford to take a shot. Should be an easy win at this point. They are up so many tanks and hit points. He can just kill this tiger. Has to take one shot only would be best. Maybe 2. With the tiger was not too bad, but yeah, okay. Still playing a safe game here. Not wasting any of his precious 1908 hit points. They might be helpful in the next game, maybe, is what he's thinking. But in this game, not so much anymore. 2 one-shots on the field. But okay, he's moving in now to get the last damage. If he just moved in like a minute earlier, he could have done 1k damage more at least, if not 1.5k or even more. Would have definitely been possible, yeah, with the VK now also going down. That would have been so much damage more possible for him with the way that the enemies played. Maybe, of course, his teammates might have also moved up to help him and still get some damage of the enemies there. But yeah, just saying, you could be a lot more aggressive. When playing a heavy tank, don't wait for too long. Rather be the one pushing than waiting for the enemies to push or letting your teammates push. But okay, that's... Can't generalize there. It's not always like you should be pushing, but just stay close to the teammates. So that you can push whenever you have an option and hit point advantage, gun advantage. Or at least pressure to get off some more damage. Good. E-Pro 8, did we have your replay already? Yes, we had. Let's scroll up a bit, maybe I missed some on replay still. Ninja Parrot, yeah, we did not see this one yet. Roast my game in a Lizard stream. Sorry, just trying to be honest. I know, we've had this one. Ninja Parrot, yeah. rival on WZ on the spawn or Normandy. Okay. Yep, we've had this one already. Let's scroll up. Who else did we potentially miss here? We've had Legundo, we've had Falcon. Billy is still there. Yep. Billy boy. Let's go. Fellow clanmate of mine. Ah, Broben is still playing. Broben. That's like so many gangs. He was like one of the most active players ever, I would say. I don't know, he managed to get like 14,000 battles in 90 days. Okay, Leo 1 from Billy. Let's hope for some good stuff here. His teammate is also following up the hill. He is going for that spot. I really like to see the way he spots. That's exactly the way that I do, to just not get spotted from the mediums from the other side. I just move to the outer side of the hill first to just get in the early spots here. Let's quickly pause here just to show you what I mean. What is this W2 actually doing in the open there? Getting shot, as we can see. But yeah, for spotting here, I just want to take the quickest route like this, so that I can spot early and I can just move inside here. I can have the quickest spots like this, and I make sure that I do not get spotted from the other side. Let's go down a little bit, because you can see, yeah, like this you can not see it anymore. But if you're moving from the left side behind this hill, then there might be some mediums over there or over there spotting you first. And the issue is, if you are spotted and then moving out here, then there might be some enemies just preempting you and shooting you straight away. Let's go on. Billy did everything correct. What a poor E75. No, he's moving backwards. Oh, what is this? What am I looking at here? What was he trying to achieve in the middle there? He was just trying to go up and then super confused, and I guess he will never go up again. There's still AMX. What is this? E75 for the future, he will be like, yeah, I tried this once, it's not going to work out, I'm just going to die when moving up. He will stay in the city forever from this day on. But Billy is not in the best position anymore with the 1-to-1B and the Sheridan potentially just rushing him here. WT was also still on the hill, possibly aiming for him. His platoon mate is about to go down. He should run. He should definitely run away. He can still try to put in the last shot. That looked like PC auto aim here. Or maybe even manages to kill him, yes. But he has to run. Run! Why is he pushing the Sheridan? Sheridan needs 2 shots. Ooh. Sheridan needs 2 shots to kill him. He needs like, I don't know, let's just do the quick math here. 1,800 hit points. Okay, Sheridan should have the shot already. That should be like 5 shots for him to kill the Sheridan, maybe. Huh? Why is he doing this? But it's working out. Sheridan ignored him now, as he expected the WT to kill him. No, no. Okay, okay. How can you be this lucky? But there was plenty of time to run away. Of course, he wanted to save his platoon mate, but like seriously, it would have been better to just run maybe right after killing this 1-to-1B. that was still an option to go for. He could just run down the hill, get to his teammates, so if the enemies would peek at him, they were not too likely to get him, and his teammates could shoot them already. But he was super lucky and survived for long enough to deal another 2k damage or so. And this is definitely one game for his team there. Okay, do we have any more games? I think at the start there was maybe one more. Nope, seen this. Alright. Ace's channel. Oh, there were still some more replays. No. Let's see if we can have a good game for the end then maybe. What? Okay. Let's see this one for the end. Chiptuned Ape. Hi, Ömer Farouk. Hope I pronounced that correctly. Hi, Goldbot and Dominic. Welcome everyone who might have still joined in at such a late time. So, last game, here we go. 907. Adam, did you actually buy the 907 now, or are you still thinking about it? Maybe this game is going to help you. Getting off the first nice shot here. And I think he can't possibly go in. I mean, he does have 4 tanks on this side. Enemies are only 2 mediums there. He clearly does not want to take an entire clip from TVP. But he should fight. The enemies are going to win the seaside, so he really needs to make sure that he is being effective over here before his teammates on the other side are dead. And now he is going in, that's good. His teammates, luckily, are also clever enough to move up. And he did not just want to rush into death here. Fair enough, but he really had to go in at this point here. Was already spending a lot of time for this, for not doing anything. I blitz bludge. And he is in a 4v4 actually. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I don't see how he can still get a lot of damage, but I've seen the final result and he is definitely still getting a lot of damage. He only dealt 1.5k so far and it's not looking too bad, but also not really good. Also not really good. I guess the enemies are all still very healthy. I really like what he did here, and that was just moving to the outer side, not moving into the enemies straight away. He wanted to keep a safe distance here to not get focused. Would be very hard for the enemies to push onto him here. Maybe he could flank around even further and get somewhere where it's not... Yeah, where he does not have the same angle as his teammates. Okay, that's the 907 gun. Missing such kind of shots. Yeah, can be quite frustrating at times. Oops. I think the heat would not have been needed for the cupola shots. There the AP is just perfectly fine. But although he does have a really nice position right now, the T57 could have gone for him, clipped him with the Jark just waiting for him from the other side. I don't know, is there still someone else? An IS-4 is there. He is like quite close to the enemies at this point. I would have personally preferred to just stay a bit further away from them to not get surprised from the side and not get rushed there. So I would have tried to just flank into the spawn. He's on 1v3 by the way. But FE luckily HE one shot. Still going for the APCR, but fine. I would have preferred to just go into the spawn while his teammates were still in this area, because like this, he was with his teammates in very small area. They only had like very narrow angle for crossfiring him, from crossfiring the enemies, and the allies would probably stayed like this, so he should just, or could just move around like this. Actually capping the base here. Okay. IS-4 most likely AFK, so he's just hoping for the 1v1 against the Jag. Wanting the Jag to come for him. If the Jag would push onto him, it would be easier to circle. Okay, now we see why he gets so much damage. Trying to shoot the turret, because there is where the ammo rack sits, and if obviously the IS-4 is not too likely to repair the ammo rack, then he might be able to just ammo rack this guy. Can he? With a low caliber gun like this one, it's not too likely though. Ah, there we go. Getting the ammo rack, saved him a couple of shots. I would have most likely just tried to set him on fire, as that's like more likely to happen. With the FE42, by the way, it would just be like 3 shots and the IS-4 would be gone. Had that quite often already, like some AFK E100 or so against me. 2 times or 3 times hash into the ammo rack. And it is GG for that E100. Nice cupola shots here. Although he does have by far enough hit points to just rush in. 7.8k. Comfortable game in the end. Well played. Okay. I am getting tired. Also, right now we're lacking some replays, but I'm fine with quitting right now, to be honest. Absolutely. I'm getting tired for quite some time already. And yeah, I'm not going to show all of the replays that have been sent in on that replay server. If you're not on a Discord server yet, just join the link. It is just marked above. Would be very nice to see you there. Very helpful community. And one of the best one of the best Blitz communities on any Discord server, I would say. Not going to lie, or not having to lie about this. So, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this. Actually, I enjoyed... now we're getting the bot right before quitting. Right before quitting, we are getting the bot. I actually enjoyed doing another replay stream again. Has been a while. Has definitely been a while, but now that the BPC tournament is over... yeah, voice letting me down at this time. Now that the tournament is over, and yeah, I will be free to just go for more diversified content again. Like, I have not done a platoon stream for quite some time. Also, will be time for another driving school. Still gotta contact Bonsai whether we are going for another driving school lesson this week, or maybe in the next week then. Otherwise, maybe some advanced driving school again. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys, and by the way, don't forget tomorrow update, like at noon or probably quite early when you're not playing, there will be an update, and we are getting the T100 light tank. To some degree, I'm certainly happy about that. I will most likely really love this tank. It will be a lot of fun to me because it's just my playstyle, going aggressive, having DPM tank with a lot of mobility. I will love it. But the new spotting mechanic, if you have not noticed about that yet, if you're not up to date, shell tracers, or how are they called? Tracer shells. They will make some enemy, even if it is not a penetration, spotted for 20 seconds instead of the usual 10. What that means is that one tank will be out of the fight. As the T100 light tank player, you will not gain any advantage from keeping an enemy spotted for 20 seconds. Yes, it is an advantage to your team, and for winning the game it is definitely an advantage. But it is not like you would have a lot more fun because of this mechanic. Absolutely not. And one tank is not able to move for 20 seconds, especially for tournaments. This is a serious problem. But even for random battles, it might be able to take out a lot of the dynamics from the random battles. I hope that is not the case. I hope that it is like not having too high of an impact on random battles. Because it would not be in any positive way, I believe. We will see, and Wargaming has proven that they are also, even if it is sometimes taking a lot of time, they are listening to the community. If we are loud enough about what is annoying us, and people are already super annoyed by the mechanic before it is even released, might be that this will get nerfed quite soon to like 15 seconds of having a tank spotted, or even if it might get removed completely like the Sheridan missiles. But I would expect it to maybe get nerfed a bit to like 15 seconds instead of the 20. So we still have an extra of 50% on top of the usual spot time. Would definitely be enough in my opinion. No need for 20 seconds. What is this? The game is only 7 minutes long and 20 seconds is really a lot then. So yeah, definitely you don't care about light tanks, you're not excited about the update. Well, you will still be inflicted by that new mechanic, because if you are a heavy tank and you get shot by this light tank, you will still be spotted for 20 seconds and everyone might be able to shoot you. You will not be able to rotate without the enemy knowing about that. You will not be able to peek out safely without some TD already waiting for you. But at least you know, because the light bulb changes with the new tank. There is, for this tank, there is an extra light bulb if it hits you, and you will know that you will be spotted for longer, but you still have to count on your own, and you will certainly forget about it sometimes, and might be very annoying. Might be. We will see. Do I actually have enough gold? 1,500. Free XP 600,000. Oh, I spent so much on the crates on Christmas or New Year's that I might actually have to grind a little bit. Although no, we're starting at tier 8 with a T54 light rate, and I already have like... How much XP do I have on that light rate? 538, okay, the tier 9 is no problem. Yeah, okay, then 618,000 should be enough for the tier 10. Good. I would not want to grind again and waste gold on crew of tier 9. Alright. That's it for today. Have a good night. Or enjoy your day, whatever time it is for you. See you soon. Most likely tomorrow with a T100 light tank again. Goodbye.